handle the introductions, please?
Spawning in the lower left position, we do have, from Team FX Open's European Division, the blue Protoss player. He is known as BabyKnight. And up in the top right, his opponent from Mouse Esports, the youngest person competing in this tournament this weekend, the Red Terran, it is HeroMarine.
Unfortunately, not able to win the first game there. He has lost the last 4 games he played in a row. That's going to be something that is going to be taxing him a little bit. There's a lot of pressure on him. He doesn't, you know, it would be a shame. He's been doing so well the entire weekend. It would be sad for him to lose 3-0 2 times in a row.
It'd be very sad for him because
3-0 2 times in a row.
I think he's played very solidly. He's shown he's a very diverse player with many different builds, many different play styles at his disposal, executing them all with precision and also skill with great mechanics backing them up. And for his age, for the experience, just being up against these people, getting the stage to compete at is great for him. I think there's a very, very bright future ahead if he follows on the path he set himself at this tournament.
And the same goes for BabyKnight. I had an interview earlier. They asked me the 3 most surprising players in this tournament. And I said BabyKnight, HeroMarine, and of course Johnny Rico.
Yeah.
And we're getting 2 of those players now to battle out to see who's like the most promising one.
I don't think, I mean, BabyKnight's someone who has been quite surprising. I think if you'd ask people coming into this, how do you think BabyKnight's going to do with people like Sting, 4GG, the Liquid people, they wouldn't have put him in the 3rd, 4th place match, I don't reckon.
No, I don't think so either. That's why I named him as a bit of a breakout performance too.
Yep.
I mean, he has been more established than, for example, HeroMarine or Johnny Rico, but he is still doing really well. Has been able to take some 6 series off of the Koreans, play some really good series. No cheesy games, no legit up macro games that he was able to win.
He has done some cheesy games though.
He has done some cheesy games. We have seen him Blinkstalker all in a little bit.
Yep.
And was able to beat 4GG with that. We have seen him proxy. Have you seen him proxy? I don't think we've seen him proxy.
We've seen proxies out of HeroMarine.
Yeah, but not out of...
no, not out of BabyKnight. He's a very macro player.
He loves when you call him Baby K, by the way. And currently on our overlay, you can't see the rest of his name, so we might as well just call him Baby K.
Baby K, indeed.
Sounds so cute, Baby K. Oh.
I know. You kind of want to just go and give him a hug. And stop winking at me, man. God. God. You've already invited me in your room and all those sort of things over the weekend. The stream is going to be asking questions, Lurlian.
I've got my hands in the air. Let's get back into the game because HeroMarine is doing something that we don't see every day, and he's going to be going for a reactor on his barracks, and he's going to be expanding to a command center. Is he going to be following it up with a factory? Might we see some Widow Mines?
We may do. Widow Mines very, very strong against Protoss, especially if they go gateway heavy. They one-shot all the gateway units, and therefore it is very, very annoying. And indeed, you are correct. The factory is on its way down. The Twilight Council coming for BabyKnight though. So this game, he isn't going for what we saw. With a double gas, no expansion, on Cloud Kingdom, which has a very, very large cliff area. Could it be Blink?
That is some sick analysis
with the
there,
mothership core.
Yes, it is.
It is going to be Blink. Like, I like saying it in a profound way,
yeah.
Like making people wonder just for a second. Could it be?
Is it gonna be Blink? Wow. Yeah, it's pretty obvious it's gonna be Blink. Of course, Blink takes 30 seconds longer to research than it did in the past, but the mothership core is going to be balancing that out a little bit. Of course, Blink takes longer to research, but now you have a mothership core to spot the high ground. You no longer need a robo to get an observer to get to see the high ground. And in fact, this new improved observer called the mothership core can also attack and do some other cool, nifty spells.
It's getting scouted though. This SCV snuck past a Zealot and a Stalker, sees the corner boost going down, sees the mothership coming out. That is basically an own goal in terms of what's happening. Now what HeroMarine will do is he'll pull units towards the edge of his map, ready to snipe off the mothership core, denying vision. Widow Mine coming there as well.
We could see a bunker, but it's difficult to place bunkers against Blinkstalkers on this map because, like you said, the cliff is so big. Where are those Blinkstalkers going to be harassing? They're going to be harassing the front. They're going to be blinking into the main at the kind of natural area, and they're going to be blinking into the main and at the gas area. There's so many places to blink in, so defending with bunkers is going to be difficult, and HeroMarine is going to try for the siege tank defense, which is really cool.
It is really cool. And all HeroMarine needs to do is not panic. He needs to make sure that he tries to deny the blink in. Blink is still about 12 seconds away from completion. The Supply Depot taking some damage, but the Marine's doing a good job on the high ground. The the Widowmine reburrowing, and these Widowmines are going to be very, very important because it's going to take out one of those Stalkers immediately. But here we go, the Blink coming up, completely dodging that. A great time warp there, meaning the Marines would struggle to push in. The Widowmine gets taken out very quickly. Some SCVs are getting pulled, and BabyKnight is actually doing a nice bit of damage here for very little losses. But with the Siege Tank out, HeroMarine, he's in an okay spot.
What is he going to do? There's too many Marines to be able to blink on top of that Siege Tank and take it out. He will get a Refinery, and he's going to get the second one too. That's amazing because that's going to stop all the gas income. And HeroMarine realizes it. Never before have I seen a battle so fierce over a Refinery.
Yep, this Refinery is essential because if we look at HeroMarine, he has got no gas. He has got literally 8 gas. Both Refineries get taken out. BabyKnight knows that because Allah was committed to getting these tanks out, that no more are going to be on their way after this third one because there just isn't going to be any more income.
That's good. That's good for HeroMarine, though, that he had enough gas to get a third Siege Tank. That's going to make him feel a little bit more safe, but the Blinkstalker aggression is working really well for BabyKnight. He's taking out supply depots. HeroMarine pretty close to supply block, but the R2 Siege Tank is in siege, but he's going to blink on top of them. Takes out the first one, takes out the second one, but he's losing a lot of his Stalkers in the process. The Marine's doing a lot of damage, but the Mothership Core is there adding in some DPS too. The game is really close right now. Another Siege Tank pops out.
The Mothership Core is very, very low, but should get away. That is an important save.
It is. Another 3 Stalkers going to be warping in. BabyKnight, of course, has enough resources to continually warp in 3 Stalkers, 3 Stalkers, 3 Stalkers, and HeroMarine is going to scramble to make more tanks. He's actually going to invest in a Widowmine right now. Not sure if that's really a good investment.
Well, he wants to make sure that he can get rid of some of these Stalkers very quickly. The Siege Tank is getting some good shots off. The Mothership Core goes down. Ooh. That pretty much spells the end to this push because without the vision on the high ground, he can't blink up the cliff, which makes it a bit more awkward. So a nice little snipe off there.
But he's already got a position in the main base. I mean, losing the Mothership Core at this point, not the end of the world. A Stalker goes forward to draw the fire of the Siege Tanks, so the rest of the Stalkers don't take the AoE damage. Beautiful micro here by BabyKnight. He's definitely looking good here, but that Siege Tank, of course, being oh so scary. And we do have a Widowmine now in position. Barracks being forced to lift, and BabyKnight just solidifying his position in the main base. He should be starting to think about an expansion, though. There's the scan. Sees the probe in position to expand.
Yeah, so that probe's actually been there for quite a long time. I highlighted it a little while ago, and it's just waiting there. I think BabyKnight was going to expand, but now feels like because he lost the Mothership Core, he kind of has to go for this and do more damage. And he is going to try and move up. Good repairs, though. A second Widowmine is there, so a blink forward onto those tanks would mean 2 Stalkers instantly dead.
And a lot would take damage.
Yeah, some very low on health, actually. So depending on where the targeting goes down, could actually be more than 2 Stalkers killed, especially after a shell from the tank. But here comes the expansion, as we were saying. Stim is also now coming down, and both of these players being forced to transition. However, this is quite important. A Mothership Core has been remade and is going back across the map.
Yeah, so it is going to be a little bit more difficult for HeroMarine to establish his expansion, and that's exactly what BabyKnight needs to do. He's behind now. He's down 10 workers. He needs to prevent his opponent from expanding, and one way to do that is to blink it to the main base and focus the attention of HeroMarine in his main base. Make sure his expansion doesn't get taken right away, because HeroMarine is going to have to spread himself really thin to be able to defend and his natural and his main base. You
are correct, Lurlian. We have this Starport coming down, so this is just going to start getting some medevacs, which is going to be very important. Oh, an interesting time to move out. There is a tank on the high ground. Wasn't sieged up, though, so 1 Marine was taken out. The Mothership Core is in a nice position to give ground provision. And time warps could be very, very important going into this. But with the orbital command getting placed, or floating down towards the natural anyway, this just means they're both going up to 2 bases at the 12-minute mark. And
standard.
Yep, and charge is coming down for BabyKnight. He is transitioning out behind this, but he's trying to do some damage. There's a good force field, trapping quite a lot of those Marines.
Yeah, there is a starport on the field, so we could see a medevac come out and kind of circumvent any kind of container that could be going down. Of course, the siege tanks on the high ground going to make those Stalkers think twice. Is that sentry going to stay alive? No, the sentry goes down. Stalkers have to be so careful. A lot of Stalkers falling left and right. BabyKnight is overcommitting here. He's now down 30 supply, and he is doing everything he can to do what I just talked about, denying HeroMarine from taking his expansion, because he knows he needs more time.
He needs more time indeed. Unfortunately, the Widowmine was triggered on the Mothership Core. That meant that it was very low. It took a couple of shots to the Marine and got taken out yet again. And on one base, a Mothership Core is a very, very expensive unit to lose. And
it is.
It's so integral to this push working, with the Stalkers actually coming up again. This is a brave move.
So brave by BabyKnight, and maybe braveness close to foolishness, because almost loses another 2 Stalkers there. Has to be so careful, but he's doing the right thing. He is scaring HeroMarine, and hopefully he's going to keep him kind of on 2 bases and afraid to move out long enough.
Yeah, so really, if this stays turtled up, let's take a look at the worker count. 39 probes to 43 SCVs. Take into account mules, the income is going to be looking nicer for HeroMarine by quite a bit.
Yeah, quite the bit. He's got 3 mules going down. He's got the SCV lead, and he's now got that natural finally up and running, so he will be able to enjoy himself for gas income in just a little bit. You have to keep in mind, HeroMarine was on one base for a long time, and check out the minerals in his main base. They are getting low, or they have already expired.
Yeah, that in itself is a problem, because if you get mined out, and you do quicker with mules as a Terran, you have to be very, very careful about expanding. You've got to keep doing so. BabyKnight behind this, he's just getting out some upgrades. He's got, obviously, Blink that we know. He's now getting out the +1 ground armor.
And he has charge already.
Yeah, he does have charge already.
He did really follow that up with a quick charge, but he doesn't have that many zealots out on the field just yet. In fact, he's only got 2. So he is trying to buy time. Is he actually going to expand to a 3rd with this probe?
Well,
no
he looks like he's got enough money to do it. It's the sort of risk he needs to take. He does have the Templar.
He can't do it right now. He's under attack. He's definitely not going to expand. HeroMarine is attacking. He's up by 20 supply. He is once again hitting his timings, man. This guy knows when he has to attack. He killed Johnny Rico with a beautiful timing attack like this. And let's see what he's going to be able to do to BabyKnight here, who is in some trouble. He's only got a few zealots. He will not really be able to take advantage of the charge that he has researched.
No, he won't. These rocks getting taken out just to negate the effect of force fields. Good siege position. Straight away, some good shells going off. The Immortals, very, very important. The Archon moving down. And as we can see, the infantry taking a lot of damage very, very quickly. The rocks are set up, though. The tanks shelling from down at the low ground position. And this is going to force BabyKnight back. HeroMarine 30, nearly 40 supply ahead now.
Yeah, that was the end for BabyKnight. He tried to focus down the siege tanks, but there were too many Marines. His Immortals got in range of the Marines, and they died so quickly to the stimmed up Marines there. HeroMarine now in the beautiful position. FXO's BabyKnight not giving up yet, though. He's warping in more Zealots, getting another Immortal. Has another Mothership Core, the 3rd of this game.
Yep, this is, well, sorry, a bit of lag there. But ultimately, these rocks, once they're down, means that it's a lot easier for HeroMarine. The reason that engagement went even remotely in BabyKnight's favor previously is just because of how tight the choke was and where the engagement was. The attack arc so much better for the Protoss player. But now with the tanks right outside his natural, they'll start leapfrogging up. To be honest, BabyKnight, he is going to have to pull off a miracle.
He's going to have to pull off a miracle. The siege tanks are now in range of his Nexus, is what I was going to say. Maybe they no, they're not in range of the Nexus, but they're very, very close. What is that Immortal doing there? It's going to get taken out very easily. Photon Overcharge goes down on the Nexus, and this is the last stand by BabyKnight, but the Immortals just don't have enough support. Not enough Zealots to tank the damage, and they're going to be going down. Photon Overcharge, all you like, but it's not going to be enough to defend against the relentless assault of HeroMarine. The probes are dying. This is looking amazing. HeroMarine about to close this game out.
He is going to, and BabyKnight, he's got no choice but to GG. He did go and try and warp in some Zealots to deal some damage, but it just wasn't enough. This natural Nexus, it is going to fall. A few more units warping through, but with the tanks, with SCVs even getting pulled here, this is all over.
It is over. It is over. GG comes out of the FX Open player BabyKnight and Mouse. HeroMarine ties the series up 1-1.